Hi, I'm Clydesdale Jared.
And I'm Pony Brad.
And this week on Hood Slappers, we're going to be reviewing the 2022 Ford Bronco.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Ford loves horses. There is no doubt about that, especially when looking at the half-tamed and wild 22 Ford Bronco, Ford's newest take on a cultural icon. Now, in the spirit of Ford, we could just do a regular review, but the equestrian Ford would insist we look at the Bronco the same way we would look at a stallion. And when doing that, there are three very important things to understand: a horse's history, its conformation, and its price. So let's do the same with the 22 Ford Bronco.
In the Bronco's first year, Ford managed to sell over 24,000 of these with a starting price of $2,194.
And since then, the Bronco built a DNA around racing, still holding several records to this date. The Bronco is truly the ultimate blueprint of a vehicle, with not just off-roading, but also a family vehicle. And that's why this, the 2022 Ford Bronco, is the utility vehicle of the year.
The Bronco story dates back to World War II, when Ford placed a bid to build over 270,000 Jeeps for the US Army. When the war was over, Ford kept the idea of an off-roading machine in the back of their minds and would use the knowledge again during their 1963 Bronco program called GOAT. Finally, the 1966 Ford Bronco was released with 3 different body styles to help carve a path on your off-road journey. In equestrian lingo, conformation refers to the shape and size of a horse. You don't want your noble steeds to be off by an inch, and the same goes with the Bronco. When it comes to the Bronco, you want it to be as structurally sound and as solid as a horse's bowel movement, especially when you're going off-roading.
The new Bronco extends its wheelbase from the original with 8 more inches on the base model. Its wider stance, lifted face, and aggressive tires tell the story of a vehicle that truly deserves to be in the SUV class. Despite all of that, it's important to remember the unity of the original Bronco, merging off-roading with the comfort of a daily driver. Ford trampled the philosophy and maintained the Bronco's family feel, offering 8 different trim levels, each suggesting a different purpose. So, whether you enjoy horses, horsing around, or have a horse face, there is a Bronco for you.
Now, the Bronco offers you different Cub Scout looking badges that makes your Bronco unique to others. It starts with the base, then you move to Big Bend.
I think that's Big Bend.
Right, Big Bend. Okay, then you have Black Diamond, which we have here. Then you go to Outer Banks, then the Badlands.
Great song.
Good song indeed. Then you move up to the Wild Track, the Everglades, and then of course your top model, the Raptor.
Now, Ford suggests what we have here, the Black Diamond, is more for advanced off-roading. But if you want to take it to the more extreme level, Ford offers their Sasquatch package on all trims, whether it's 2-door or 4-door. And, you know, here we don't really drink Monster energy drinks or wear Fox racing hats. But to give you an idea, that's going to give you a better suspension, bigger wheels, and front and rear axle locking.
This particular trim level helps your off-road adventures by giving you additions like a plastic interior that offers rubber flooring with active drains so you can spray down your interior and remove all the water with ease.
The Ford Bronco doesn't just offer 8 trim levels. Ford also offers different packages that you can add, as well as pages and pages of accessories customers can have installed at a dealership level. One of those we have here, the Heavy Duty Modular. Basically, it's a really cool, aggressive looking bumper. This thing is so mean. It will stare down trees when you're off-roading, and they will uproot and get out of your way.
The structure of the Bronco also gives you plenty of space to work with for all your travel needs. The 2-door comes with 1,480 liters of cargo space. Move to the 4-door hardtop, you get 2,197 liters of cargo space. But the soft top 4-door gives you 2,350 liters of cargo space.
The Bronco can also tow. Ford states that it can pull a maximum of 3,500 pounds with both engine options.
Ooh, easy there, big fella, easy.
And you viewers out there might be interested to know that the Bronco has 11.5 inches of ground clearance and 33 inches of water fording. No pun intended. Another advantage the Bronco has to the Jeep is that you can take the doors off and take them with you. Also, you can remove the fenders so you don't scratch in the event of an off-roading incident. But most important, unlike the Jeep, the Bronco has no stupid waving procedure when you cross paths with another Bronco.
But what about the price? With all the trims, body styles, and accessories, the Ford Bronco is a lot like the $6 million man. But the price is far from it. Now, you could easily spend over 100 grand on something like the Raptor, but for those looking for something a little bit more practical, the Bronco starts at a very reasonable and very respectable $43,199 and comes with features like remote entry with push start, an 8-inch gauge cluster, automatic braking, 5 drive modes, 8-inch touchscreen available in 12 inches, wireless CarPlay, and 16-inch steel wheels. Among the trims, Ford also offers 2 different engine options. A 2.3-liter 4-cylinder turbo that offers a maximum 300 horsepower, providing the most torque in its class at 325 pounds, or a 2.7-liter V6 twin turbo that provides maximum of 330 horsepower. These are propelled by either a 10-speed automatic or an available 7-speed manual.
Now, depending on your Bronco's trim and packages, your fuel economy can vary. The Black Diamond that we have offers you 13.1 liters per 100 kilometers highway, 13.1 liters per 100 kilometers city, and a combined 13.1 liters.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to take this for a drive, eh, bro?
Well, Brad, here we are in the 22 Bronco. First impressions?
I like it. What's not to like? It's great. It's got, a lot of these little grip here things that I really like. That, and for going off-roading,
that's it. You
this
need
feels
those.
important, So, I mean, everything about it. The aesthetic I like. It's nice.
It is. I do like it as well. There's some things here that remind me of the Maverick that we reviewed a while back, but this takes it up a notch. This is a very nice, well put together car. It's a comfortable utility vehicle.
Yep. I kind of wish we had the 4-door. I think that would give it, for family.
For families, the 4-doors would be good, but the 2-door, I think it looks better. There's
absolutely
the image, the what do you call it? The shadow, if it was what do you call that? When you see the outline of the car.
Yes.
Looks more classic with the 2-door.
And when I envision myself, as I am wont to do, driving down a beach in a Jeep or Bronco-like thing, I pictured the 2-door,
That's it. This is the one you want.
Top down, me holding on to stuff.
Like what, these things?
These things, yeah. It gets rough on the beach there,
No, I do like it. I like it a lot. I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah.
You see a lot of those Bronco Sports out there, but you don't see as many, say, Broncos. So it's nice that we get a close-up look of this car.
Yes.
Now, Brad, I think this is one of the coolest things, and one of those did-you-knows about the Bronco. The Bronco, of course, the U.S., that's where they're sold the most, but the second most popular country with the Bronco, where it's shipped to, which do you think it is?
How in the world am I honestly supposed to know that?
Interestingly enough, it is Iceland.
Iceland?
Which is a hop, skip, and a jump away. In Iceland, they have many F-roads and mountain roads because of the glacier in the middle, and you can drive all over the place. But that's where a lot of these are sent to be. That's the car of choice that Icelanders like.
Don't think that would have been in my top 10 guesses.
Nobody thinks of Iceland, and that's the thing. Have you been to Iceland?
No, have you?
I have, Brad.
Oh, Mr. Globetrotter.
I am quite the Globetrotter.
Okay.
Been to Iceland, did about half of the ring, and I came back a better person.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sort of, one of those things.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah. What were you doing? Getting in touch with your...
I was getting in touch with a lot. I was getting in touch with my bank account when I did the price gap different.
Oh.
And I got it all wrong. And I thought, well, people told me it was so expensive here, but no, it's not. And then I opened up my app, and I'm like, oh, I've been converting it all wrong. And it was a lot more money than I thought.
Pricier,
yeah.
Eh? Huh.
Yeah, I had to kind of cut back.
Well, some of us would like to get there one day.
Now, Brad, as good as the Bronco is, we still need to discuss the cons, especially how timely it is, how things are these days.
Right. You must be talking about the inflammation.
I think you mean inflation.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, I think inflammation has something to do with it.
I think not. But anyway, let's stay on track here.
Okay, right, yes.
Not inflation necessarily, but the thing with this car, there's hardly any of them out there. To get one is very difficult. Not only that, to get accessories that you can have installed on your Bronco is very difficult. And interestingly enough, the windscreen. If you crack this on your off-roading journey, good luck getting another one. They are almost impossible. So it's a great car, great off-roader, but
Don't want to crack the screen.
don't want to crack the screen. You know, be patient with your accessories and be patient with your purchase. I mean, you know, there's not many out there. It's not your dealership's fault. Now, Brad, I think we are in the Bronco.
Yes.
We've also reviewed the Mach-E Ford. We've noticed this equestrian sort of fascination
Yeah, that's
with
true.
Ford. And
They like their horses.
they do like their horses, and I think it is up to us to show our viewers, between the two of us, who has the better horse impression. Okay?
I thought we settled that when we did the Ford Model T.
What, better horse impression?
I did a horse impression in that video.
Wow, that's. I saw that and I thought, well, that sucks. I know I'd be better at it than Brad.
All right.
So I want to make
all
sure.
right. Horse impression.
Better horse impression.
All right.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Okay, ready?
I always go first.
All right, I'm going to set the
Okay?
bar.
I'm
Ready?
gonna set the bar. Oh God, that was so painful.
That was good.
Oh, that was
That was good.
painful.
That was. These cars over here are like, did you hear that horse over there?
Horse.
They're very intrigued.
All right, all right. You ready?
I'm ready. Now, your voice sounds a bit hoarse today, just in
Does
general.
it sound a little hoarse?
It does sound a little bit hoarse.
All right.
See,
Well,
that
you
might
ready?
be an advantage.
You ready for this?
I'm ready. It sounds, that's the worst horse.
What are you talking about? That was by far better.
It sounds like a British horse.
Well, it's got a little bit of a tickle in his throat, Jared. Hold on, I want one more. You've been obviously gearing up for this. I didn't know.
Okay, in my defense, I have been practicing knowing that was going to bring
All
this
right,
up.
all right. I got a
Okay.
little thing to add on. the
All right.
No, you know what? Strike that. Get that. You know what? Edit that out. That
We're
was
gonna
bad.
keep that in just
No,
to
that
show
was
how many-
bad. Oh boy. I want to go with my first one.
All right,
If
all
we
right.
could stick with the first one, I think it's got a chance.
So who's got the better
Who's got the
bucking
better
Bronco
bucking Bronco?
impression?
Yeah. Now, Jared, I noticed something here. I'm intrigued by. We've got goat mode.
Mm-hmm. Brad, you've already touched on that, but GOAT mode, it's not only from the 1963, 63, that was the project name, but even back then it meant go over any type of terrain. And I have that here. I can go through all my terrains, and it comes with 5 standard, but we have 7 here on our Black Diamond. So I can scroll through, go to my terrains. I have normal, I have eco, of course I have sport. What else do I got here? Sport looks kind of cool. I have slippery.
That's nice.
Slippery. I have mud and ruts. I have sand. I have rock crawl. That's a
Okay.
very important one. And then I can go back to normal. So this car, just keep in mind, the Bronco does have 4 low, 4 high, 2 high, and 4 auto, just like the Jeep as well.
Okay.
So those are my GOAT modes. So if I want to go over any type of terrain, I just choose my terrain and I can go over top of it.
I like that. So it shares some of the modes. That is, you know, we're used to sand and some have snow, but I like the slippery thing there. That's
Slippery's good. They
But I
come up
like
with a
it
few
covered
modes.
under the goat. Just get
Yeah.
into the goat.
Get into the GOAT, not
Any type
greatest
of
of all
terrain.
time, but I would say this might be one of the greatest
Well,
terrains of all time.
I'm sure there can be no accident that they're naming something goat. The implied being we're the greatest, and we can because we can go over any type of terrain.
But the original GOAT, I mean, GOAT wasn't even a thing back then.
It wasn't.
Greatest of all time. Now, this car is, of course, iconic. It's a big deal that they've redone it and it looks good. For 2023, they're kind of doing it all over again. There's a Heritage Edition coming out that looks more retro, more like the original, and some cool, funky colors. It's going to look pretty neat, but it will look like an old car. And I think that's pretty cool. That's really diving into the uniqueness and the
Really?
history
So
of
it's
the
going to
car.
go back.
It's going to look the old colors.
I can picture the old.
Exactly. Well, we'll flash them on the screen here for you
Okay.
viewers.
All right. That's not bad. Well, Ford has once again managed to take a classic and recreate it for today's driver. When the Bronco was first discontinued in 1996, it was because families wanted SUVs with 4 doors, like the RAV4, the CR-V. They wanted vehicles that made sense of family life and city driving. And Ford has crafted all of those elements into the new Bronco and added a whole lot of other features as well. With 2-door and 4-door additions, the Bronco really is an amazing SUV. And after today, we've studied its history, conformation, and price, and I can say we are both very pleased. And with that, I give the all-new 2022 Ford Bronco my hood slap of approval.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. A huge thanks to our friends at Cambridge Ford for letting us use this Ford Bronco. If you're in the market for one, you can go see them and their brand new building at 2450 Eagle Street North in Cambridge, Ontario. They'll take great care of you.